as well as some simple popping up and attacking. This week we're going to work the bottom side of it. How do I escape and then attack?
I'm gonna try to jump.
So I'm here, I've made some mistakes, Gavin gets to knee on belly, right? I don't like any of what's
I
happening.
can jump.
Couple things we have to realize, especially for those of you guys who competed this weekend. This is not as stable as a position as it may seem, especially going live. So if I can get him off of me quickly, that's always the goal, because I don't want him to score the 2 or 3 points depending on the turn. So when I'm here, first thing I'm going to do initially, hand's going to go to the top of the knee and to the ankle. I'm going to bridge and shrimp out. As I do, I'm going to push that knee. Just trying to get him off me in that split second. So I'm here, we're in side control, things happen, he gets up, right? Boom, I don't want to let him secure. Shrimp off, push, right? But obviously, just shrimping off and pushing is not going to be enough, because what's Gavin instantly going to do at that point? Re-knee or go back to side. So next thing we're going to do here, right? I bump up, shrimp off, right? I'm then going to frame and drive my bottom knee in to block. So I'm not looking to get back to half guard, full guard, anything like that. What I'm trying to do is stop his forward momentum and his progression while also giving myself some defensive options, right? So I'm here, Gavin goes knee on belly, I pop up and push. As soon as his knee hit, I sit my hips out again, get some frames, and get some things in his way. And this is gi or no gi. I don't care which you're in. Getting your knee in front in that shin shield type position, as well as some frames on his face and arms, is going to at least buy you some time to do some of the other things we know how to do from that position. So any questions on that? It's not a complex motion by any stretch, but it's simple, not easy. When someone's knee on belly driving their knee through their chest, that doesn't make this any more fun. So questions on this? I'm just pushing. I'm just getting it out of my way. So when I'm here, just palm flat to the ball of the ankle, hand on the knee. So when I go up here and push off, that just allows me to get his foot away from me a little bit. Then it comes, my hands come into that frame position, give me that push off to shrimp a little more, and come back in. Because now at least I have him somewhat in front of me. I have some frames, I have some hooks and levers. I can start actually working. There's not a lot of great attacks from bottom knee on belly. I'll just be really honest with you about that. There's really one, and most of you can't use it. It's called rip their heel off. It's about the only good option you have. I am going to show it to you guys, but most of you can't use it yet. But, so the big thing is, how do we get out of this defensively that doesn't put us in a worse position? Alright? Questions on this. So we're going to bump the knee, hip bump the knee off, shrimp and frame. Questions on this? Drill her out. 1, 2, 3. So now, a couple details I want to go over again real quick, and then we're going to go to the next piece. So when I'm here, guys, I'm not pushing his knee like towards my feet on this first one. I'm pushing his knee towards his other knee. Here. And when I go, I'm getting all the way. I'm getting all the way to my hip on this shrimp. You can't be lazy about this first shrimp because he's already in dominant position. So if I'm just like, nah, man, that's not going to be enough to get him where I need him to be. So when I go, I'm here and then here, trying to create that space in those shrimps. Does that make sense? So this next one, I'm here, and let's say he's here and he's really got some weight on me, and I just don't appreciate what's happening. Maybe he's already scored, I don't know. All we're going to do, guys, I'm going to pop my hips up and try to push his knee straight back. Here. As that's happening, I'm trying to get this knee into the front. So okay, I'm going to do it in separate steps, but a lot of this happens at the same time. So I'm here, I lift up, push him back, drive that knee in. This, in an ideal world, lands you somewhere in a shin shielded half. How good or bad your shin shield is at that point is going to be dependent on the partner, but that's the goal. So when I'm here, I'm popping it up, trying to bite that half guard and that shin shield as fast as I can, And I'm not crossing my feet here, but I'm also not leaving my ankle just dangling around. If you guys have been watching any of the professional grappling matches that's been going on here lately, there's been probably 4 or 5 in the last 6 months where guys just like, oh, I'm in half guard, and gets his heel hook, and guy just rips. So don't just leave your feet out there, especially as you move up the ring. I always call it praying my feet. I just put my feet together like they're praying hands. Alright. So I'm here. I pop up, push back. Questions on this? First one you're pushing him to the side. This one you're pushing him back. Questions on that? Once again, simple but not easy. Alright, so I'm here, and this one I like, especially if the guy's real heavy, but he's not really trying to move. Like if he's just real stable and calm with being here, I like this one quite a bit. All we're going to do first is I'm going to find my hand kind of to the back of his knee. And as we're here, I'm going to be hand fighting up, and I'm looking for my opposite hand of his knee is going to go right for that armpit. If you have the pajamas, there's always that loose bit of fabric right there with the armpit. I love grabbing that. You get a little armpit hair, even better. Then I'm going to come here, or if you like gi grips, you can grip inside the knee. I just like scooping. And all we're going to do is I'm going to pull over, bridge, and go back. That'll allow me to come up, especially if the guy's real stable and just hanging out there. So as we're here, all we're doing, I'm here, I'm hand fighting, oh, maybe I'll grab the collar. Okay, I get my first grip, I'm going to bump my hips forward. See how that forces him to start moving his way back? All I do is come up and fall. Does that make sense? So we're here, we're hand fighting, I get that grip, bucking forward. As soon as you get top, kind of just clamp down, secure position, get your elbows back to reset. If you're going to be a bit extended here, so you want to watch your arms. But overall, you should land in either top position of some sort, or you've created a scramble, keep your butt moving, find a way out. Questions on this one? The biggest part of this one, guys, is when I'm here and I get these 2 grips. A lot of you are going to just try to push that. It's not going to work. You have to bump it forward, then go there. Does that make sense? So it's kind of a push-pull idea of I got to get them moving a little bit to then go. You start reaching for that one. Yeah, because the natural reactions here, guys, if you're just thinking the right things. So boom, I'm here. I start moving, I fight, and he really extends that leg out. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, is it going to be as easy? Probably not, but is it still available? Which is the goal. Because obviously, there's always the counter to, jiu-jitsu is the counter to the counter till one of you dies. Like that. That's the easiest synopsis of how jiu-jitsu works. But when I'm here, even if I scoop this leg real heavy, he really bases it hard. If I come here, bumping forward, now all his weight's transferred. Even Gavin at whatever the hell he weighs, I can still very easily sit. 195 maybe. A real thin, powerful muscle. Right? So, the question, like I said, you can grab the pants, you can just cup the knee, it just depends on your preference. For that lat, I'm just going thumb to the armpit, like my stiff arm grip when we do like stiff arm stand-ups from side. I'm just going right to that right here. Or if he switches sides. So like if I'm here, I'm scooping, and I'm coming right there. Coming in, so I'm here. Cup. Now, Kat did the, do I use my thumb or not my thumb idea. Never use your thumb. Now, it's not just because I have dumb, stubby thumbs. the more your thumbs are out, the easier it is to break this part of your hand. And naturally, especially in clothing, if your thumb gets caught, it breaks pretty quickly. If you've never had a broken thumb, absolute pain in the ass, so I don't recommend it. Alright? Other questions on this? Decently. So now this last one. I am going to tell you guys that as a lower belt, you have to be careful hitting this because you can get hit for an illegal leg lock here. Blue belts it up, especially in the no-gi. This is a great option. First hand is going to go under his ankle. So I'm here. I'm going to hip up, bump him down. My hand's going across to that hip, and my bottom knee is driving in. Okay? So this knee drives in. As soon as this knee comes in, I drive him back and get him into 50-50. Now, I am not generally going to encourage you to bring one foot out and cross, whether it's to reach or to come out with outside Ashigurami pure. Alright? Because I like having both my feet pretty well protected right now. Now, traditionally, this leads into a heel hook, but obviously we're in pajamas, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to grab his ankle, stand up, and go for the straight ankle. So we're here. Boom. I'm here and here. I bop up and push back. Here and here. Once we're there, then we can attack the foot lock of choice. And guys, whenever you're in foot locks, also remember that you have to pinch your knees to keep them secure. Because if I'm real white knee here, Gavin has plenty of motion to get the hell away from me. But when I'm pinch knee here and I have everything tight, that allows me to do things like tickle his feet. Despite it real hard. But it allows us to then come up and attack the different ankle, foot, and toe holds that we do. If you're a white belt, all I want you guys doing is coming to that straight ankle. I want my wrist underneath his Achilles, here, and arching forward. Slowly. I'm going to say that again. Slowly. Right. So I'm here. He's in. Nice. There you go. There you go. Push. Come out and pinch. He comes over. Attacks the ankle. Questions on this? Obviously, rules vary by tournament about what all you can hit from there. Obviously, just scooping that ankle to get to 50-50, not a bad option, but if you can attack feet, also available. Any other questions? So, most tournaments, that's called reaping. Yep. So, if I'm here, if I come here, right? We sit in. If I come outside in, that's reaping. But if he comes inside to out, I have to unlock and come back in. No, this is. Okay. But this is where I have to loosen to get that. So think about it this way. To get my ankle out from underneath his butt, I have to extend, pull my foot, come back in, right? Yeah. So the reason I will stay in what's called, some people will refer, it's got, leg locks are so new that everyone's naming in their own shit. So most people will refer to this as protected 50-50. Which means we're in 50-50 guard, but my feet are protected. Here's why I like this a lot better. Because for him to ankle lock me right now, he has a couple options. He can either pull this ankle all the way across his body, trying to get it all the way over there, force me to reap and go. Which if he does it, it's not illegal. If I do it. He pulls my ankle across, that's on him. But he has to get my ankle all the way across. Or he has to just escape. That's his only real attack option. Because if he grabs my ankle on this side right now and arches as hard as he wants, right? He doesn't have the leverage or control of my leg he needs to finish this ankle. Where I do. I can pinch and finish this from here. And that's the difference. And why, because if I come out and come back in, let's say I'm comfortable here. Now we're in traditional 50-50, which got its name because we both have the same shit. Like, if I can ankle lock him, he can ankle lock me. I can heel hook him, he can heel hook me. Like, we both have weird position pitching. So instead of giving him attacks, I'm going to stay in a position where only I can hit. Remember, jiu-jitsu is not about fighting fair. Like, it's never been, oh, I'm going to fight you on a fair ground. I'm going to cut you off in little bits and pieces and fight you in big parts of my life. So from here, it's here, right? And scoop, get here. Now I have control of this leg. I have both of my legs, my chest, back, and arms to fight his ankle. That's not really a fair fight, nor do I want it to be. Now I can pass this, I can do other things, put myself in as good a position as I want to hit this ankle. And that's why I'm not doing it. Does that suffice for your one more time? Any other questions?
They're on the own belly and they have really strong collar grips.
Yeah.
And you go like that. Should you kind of go, because I can still see him being good, but like.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. If he starts really grabbing grips and really staying here, the nice part is, most of the time they're going to pull themselves backwards, which will help attack his knee. But a lot of guys, when they drive that knee in, they're doing it to try to inflict pain, and it doesn't give you good control or balance. So if you just move a little bit, they'll fall. Like, it's not, like, everyone thinks if you're down. Like, if I'm here and I grab the collar, so I'm like, rah. Guess what? Yeah, I can cause that pain for a second or two, but the second Gavin moves, like, I'm not in control of his position. That's why when we talked about it last time, the more across his belt I am, the more control I have. The more forward towards his head it is, the more pressure I have. That's why I play about a 45-degree angle. Because I want a little bit of weight on him, but I also want to be able to control him. That's the difference. Other questions on this? All right. Be careful with each